Ever wondered what a healed heart feels like? Well, you come to the right place. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another video of Stardust Creations. I am Andrew, and today we are going to be talking about Malachite, the stone of a healed heart and enlightened leadership. Now, before we get to the properties of Malachite, let's figure out first what it is. Well, Malachite is a very, very beautiful green stone that comes in a variety of different green colors, sometimes a little bit lighter, sometimes a little bit darker. Its main content and the color comes specifically from copper, and it is found in many places around the world, including South Africa, my home country, as well as places like Russia, and a few other little places up in Africa as well. I'm sure there are a couple more deposits around the world too, but those are the main ones. And a nice little funny side story. Malachite was once upon a dream used as makeup for beautiful little eyeshadows, creating a very nice deep green effect. And if you travel to Russia, you'll find a lot of palaces or a lot of big buildings over there have actually been inlaid with it as well. And yeah, it's been used in decorative effects. The Egyptians are the earliest known people who have used malachite for not only its energetical and protective qualities, but also its quality of being easy to carve and make very beautiful ornate fixtures and displays with it. In South Africa and in Africa, you will find a lot of different carvings that have been made out of it. And it is a very beautiful little, easier stone to carve because it's a little bit softer than your average stones. So that makes it a little bit easier to carve and to polish. And so we oftentimes in Africa carve it into beautiful animals mainly, or otherwise different carvings of different kinds to symbolize different things for different people. And yeah, it's quite a beautiful one that has been used in many various ways. Now, let's get a little bit more into the energy behind malachite. Now, when I was telling you a little bit about the intro to malachite, I mentioned enlightened leadership and a healed heart. Now, malachite is also considered a very lucky stone, and it is also considered a very protective stone. Now, how can it do all of these kinds of things? Well, let's start at the fundamentals. Malachite is seen as a very protective stone because it helps you stand in your power. And when you own your power and you own your space, it's very difficult for other energies and other people and other opinions to shake your foundation. And when you stand strong in yourself, that is when you become so stable and unshakable that all these little things around you don't bother you anymore. And that is where its beautiful protective nature comes from. Now, when looking at how it works with your willpower, it is also said that it can help with creativity. Now, when we are pursuing a creative endeavor, malachite can be a very beautiful one for helping us access that creative space as well. Because often when we step more deeply into ourselves, we find we would like to express ourselves a little better, and with that comes creative expression. So it just aids us to find that creative flow and express that in a very harmonious and beautiful way. Now, let's take it a little step further and go into malachite's properties of healing the heart. Being a green stone, it very beautifully embodies the qualities of the heart chakra. It helps bring up emotional pains and traumas, and it helps bring up those emotional things that hold us back and that we are holding on to. And it helps let us see it in front of us and in a better light and in a different perspective. And through that process, it helps us release those traumas and release that energy from our being so that we're no longer bogged down by that heavy heart. Now, that can be in an emotional sense of old relationships and old relationship drama and stuff. It could also be our own personal grievances towards ourselves. Now, if you struggle with insecurities or if you struggle with low self-esteem or that kind of thing, malachite helps you embody a self-trust and a self-ownership, as we were previously saying. And through that process, it helps you let go of all of those little insecurities and those little things that we feel we don't deserve to be abundant, or we don't deserve to have love in our life, or we don't deserve to feel amazing, for example. All of these different little insecurities and self-doubts we sabotage ourselves with, and at the end of the day, we are the ones who pay for it. So Malachite is one of those that helps us own ourselves and let go of those little things that actually hold us back from experiencing the most beautiful joy that we are capable of experiencing in life. Now, when it comes to enlightened leadership, when we step into the heart space, we naturally activate a state of flow that both benefits ourselves as well as the people around us and the people that we work with. When we make choices based out of the heart, we are not going to manipulate people, we are not going to take advantage of people, and we are there to support one another because we understand that there's a deeper connection between you and me and the world and the universe that we live in. And so Malachite helps us step into that space of co-creation with not only ourselves and the people we work with in our communities, but also the universe. And in that sense, Malachite helps us to take a step towards creating a better future for ourselves and for Mother Nature and for our community around us. But it also helps us take a step into co-creation with the universe. And when we take that courageous step to create with the universe, we allow the universe to work through us and work with us. And so we manifest beautiful synchronicities and opportunities, and people find us from random places around the world and say, hey, let's do this thing together. And you would have never found that before, but all of a sudden that opportunity has presented itself. That is one of the beautiful qualities that Malachite has. That is why it's also considered a very lucky stone, because it kind of magnetizes and optimizes you towards being able to draw in those beautiful experiences and synchronicities that elevate you as well as your lifestyle and the community that you operate in, whether it is your work environment or whether it is an online community or any format that you choose to express that energy in. It helps just elevate that and draw in that abundance and beautiful co-creative experience with all of those parties involved. Now, when it comes to how I personally use Malachite, it is a very beautiful stone to wear over the heart, and it is also something that I often wear over my solar plexus. Now, whenever I feel like I'm struggling a little bit creatively, I will wear it over my solar plexus because it then helps me channel that creative energy, and it also helps me see where I am self-sabotaging or getting in my own way. And then it kind of helps me step out of that and take courage and take action towards creating something that I actually want to create, instead of being stuck in a little spiral or stuck in a little rut or in a place of spacey non-action. So in that sense, Malachite is a beautiful stone that has helped me to activate my flow and activate my creativity and actually take action. It is also a stone that when I wear over the heart, it helps me take those emotional baggage pieces and those traumas and those heavy bits and things that are holding me back and actually see them for what they are and try and learn the lessons out of it and gain deeper and broader perspective out of it. And then to just let that go so that I can actually feel a little bit lighter throughout my day to day. So whenever I'm feeling a little heavy in the heart, I will wear a piece of malachite or hold a piece of malachite over my heart so that it can help me tune in and release those different little aspects of my heart that I no longer feel the need to carry around. Now, it is a beautiful stone to carry around. You can take a little piece and pop it in your wallet if you're feeling like you need a little abundance boost or manifestation attraction boost. And it is also a really beautiful stone for putting in a grid or in your house. Personally, I like to use malachite in a grid when I am working with either emotional healing or with abundance. Those are my two choices that I will use malachite for. Now, when working with emotional healing, it is an amazing stone to combine with a stone like rose quartz to create that nurturing feeling and that comfort to be able to feel safe to heal and to feel those different little emotions going on. And kunzite is also an amazing stone to combine with it for that deep soul healing and that deep soul connection into your body as well. Now, if we take it to the abundance side, it helps to combine it with other pieces of copper elements. So, azurite is an amazing stone that sometimes grows with malachite. It's an amazing stone to combine with it because it helps us perceive and to intuit our direction going forward. It's also an amazing stone to combine with pyrite and with citrine to help fuel that creativity and create a little bit more structure and joy in the process of creation and in the process of finding that creative expression. Then, when it comes to keeping malachite in the house, this specific piece of mine lives in my lounge. Why, you might ask? Well, I personally find that it helps the lounge energy feel like an uplifting space to be in, like a space that offers anybody who comes into it a bit of courage and a little bit of motivation to be themselves and to actually just own themselves and do whatever feels right for them. It also helps the environment feel a little bit more held and together so that people in there can feel a little bit more co-creative and a little bit more forthgiving with information and with insights and creative ideas and plans and concepts, and also open a little space of vulnerability. It's a little bit easier to feel like you can share things from the heart when you feel courageous and also cared for and not judged. So in that sense, that little piece of or big piece of malachite serves to create a nice little safe space for growth and for emotional healing, as well as creative development and growth in my house. Then I keep this little beautiful guy in my office and in my studio where I create little jewelry pieces and that kind of thing. Because I like the creative expression of that particular piece of malachite. It helps me feel a little bit more creative and stepping into that flow, as well as being able to just have courage in my creation without judging it so much. As an artist, sometimes we get stuck in the head a little bit and then we, have that kind of thing going on. But malachite offers me a different perspective to actually say, just have courage. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's about how you feel about what you create that actually matters. And then this is my little malachite sphere. This little guy stays in my bedroom. Now, why in the bedroom? Now, the reason I keep that malachite sphere in my bedroom is because it helps just contain the energy in my bedroom a little bit and helps me feel courageous enough to go and do what I feel like I want to do in life and go and have fun and go and express myself how I need to, and also help heal the physical body. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned about malachite is the ability to restore physical vitality. Now, it kind of helps the body to restore natural flow and natural vitality in it. And it can help people recover from illness or help people recover from uh, a visit to the doctor for surgery or anything of that sort. Obviously, it's not a cure-all, but it's something that can help support that healing process and help just regenerate the body nice and physically as well as mentally and emotionally. And that is why that little guy stays in my bedroom, is to kind of help me at night to rest and then just to encourage me to go and express myself in my day however I see fit and however I feel right. And this is my little malachite egg that I hold either on my heart or wear in a little pouch necklace, either over my sacral or solar plexus. Is this one the solar plexus? Yes, over this one. And over my heart as well, when I feel a little bit bogged down in the heart or I need a little bit of encouragement to go and express myself in my solar plexus. So, yeah, that is my little personal use of malachite. Now, in meditation, malachite is an amazing stone for creating ideas and figuring out concepts and being able to bring out those emotions and those traumas and things. So I really encourage you to go and grab a piece of malachite and give it a little try yourself and go and meditate with it and tune in and see what comes up naturally, whether you are struggling with the creative side or whether you are struggling with manifestation or whether you are struggling with an emotional thing. Malachite might be a very, very beautiful ally for you to work with to help solve those problems or to develop new ways of looking at things. And then finally, in summary, malachite is a stone of creativity as well as nurturing and self development. It's also a stone that helps manifest and bring abundance into your life. And it is also a stone that helps people step into their true selves, as well as to step into a space of divine leadership or enlightened leadership. It helps you take courage to create out of the space of your heart so that you can actually develop not only yourself and your community, but the consciousness and the direction of Mother Nature and the whole world. It helps us just work together a little bit better and to create a future that's more heart centered and more collaborative and unified compared to all separate and me, myself, and I. So, in essence, malachite helps you become more whole as a being, and it helps you step into your active participant role in the universe to help create out of the heart space and create a deeper heart space for the collective. I hope you guys really enjoyed that, and I hope you found this insightful. And catch us next week for a new video. And if you guys have got any comments or questions, please leave them down below, and I will do my best to answer them as best as I can. If you guys found this helpful, please like and subscribe and share. It all means a great deal to me. So thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao.